as the scramble to get the carts fired up and pushed out of the dummy grid. Let's take you through the starting grid for second and final heats of the Classic Kart Race 100cc European Grand Prix 4, Prix 95. So starting from pole position will be the number 100 of Jimmy Fredslund Ibsen. Kasper Jeppesen on the number 12 will be alongside on the front row. Kim Stift Ibsen in the 95 will be joined by the 32 of Leif Salom Pedersen on row 2 itself. Kim Engström and Giovanni Neri in the number 70 and the 92 round out row 3. With the number 55 and the number 30 of Muggers Mugfied Intanai and Paul Larsen. Henrik Ambrink and Michael Edelhart ran at the top 10. Head of the 84 of Steen Elkjaer Ring. Ole Andersen in the 61. Per Lankilde Lausen in the 51. Yannick Jorgensen in the 76. And rounding out the field, number 4 of Mia Bach Pedersen. So after this, we will have another show run, our penultimate one of the weekend, before we head into the final qualifying heats for pre-2000 and pre-2000 plus A and B. And that means we have a Schlunzen Travisanuzzo front row. So 8 minutes plus an additional lap for the penultimate qualifying heats of this year's CKR 100cc European Grand Prix. Drivers told to slow into the tram lines. Revs rise, and we're underway. Good start by Fredslund Ibsen. There's a couple of guys trying to get a bit crazy. Oh, one went off and entered into the entry into the pit lane. Oh, that's not exactly how you want to exit stage left on the opening corner, I tell you that much. But Jimmy Fredslund Ibsen leading the way. The field making their way through into turn number 4 for the first time. Number 11 getting pressurised. Or was it the number 12, I think. Kasper Jeppesen. But the leaders at the front end of the field. Three-way battle going through into the hairpin at the far part of the circuit. But we come round the final corner to complete the opening lap of this final heat for Prix 95, and Jimmy Fredslund Ibsen leads by 0.8 of a second. Ahead of Kim Stift Ibsen, Giovanni Neri up to third. Ahead of Leif Salom Pedersen. Kim Engström, Paul Larsen, Henrik Ambrink, Margot Intanai and Michael Edelhart ran at the top 9. Ole Andersen in the 61 completes the top 10, followed by Mia Bach Pedersen, who started from the back end of the grid, and after the opening lap, she's already up 4 places. A few drivers getting a bit racy, Paul Larsen being one of them, just behind the number 70 of Kim Engström in 5th place. So three-way scrap from 4th backwards, which make that a 4-way scrap actually. I stand corrected. That's actually for 5th place behind Leif Salom Pedersen. Kim Engström, I think, might be involved in that. And a nice little move there. That was Paul Larsen on Kim Engström going through into turn number 1 on the start of lap number 3. There's someone else going for a move. Oh, that was the 55 of Muggers Mugfight Intanai on the 147 of Henrik Ambrink from Sweden. And again, Engström just trying to get his elbows out a little bit further back. Kasper Jeppesen versus Michael Edelhart. I think might be at the bottom part of the top 10 or at 9th place approximately. But Jimmy Fredslund Dipson looks to be commanding proceedings as we head into the final 5 minutes out of 8. His lead could be a bit on the mighty side. Yes, it is. 1.5 seconds out of Kim Stift Dipson, who really has a hard-charging Giovanni Net. I think it might be Giovanni Netti, who's going around the outside into turn 3. That's brave, trying to get the crisscross here, is the number 92. And then again, trying to get the undercut through out of 4. But whilst those battle over 2nd, 3rd and 4th, the race leader goes, right, I'm going to pull away. Just try and catch me if you can. A lot of drivers improving on their previous lap time. But Jimmy Fredslund Dipson leads by nearly 2.1 seconds. Ahead of Kim Stift Dipson, Giovanni Netti. Paul Larson now puts in the fastest lap of the race, 1 minute, 0.784. Leif Søren Pedersen, Henry Kambrink, Mogosam Markvad Intanay, Kim Engström, Kasper Jeppesen and Nibach Pedersen continue to the American top 10 in terms of, well, not celebrities, but in terms of what machinery we might have here. But it could be the case there's going to be juxtaposes. Oh, now someone went over the back over somebody else. It was Mogens Markvad Intanay, and that would have been either over the back of Leif Søren Pedersen or Henrik Kambrink in the 32 and the 147. So Mogens Markvad Intanay not having a good one in the second heat for Prix 95. But Jimmy Fredslund Dipson leads the way by over 2 seconds as Kim Ibsen in the number 95 puts in the new fastest lap of the race. Meantime, battle for P5. Leif Søren Pedersen and is right with Henrik Kambrink. So Denmark versus Sweden. It sounds like the FIFA European Football Championships all over again in Germany. But it's now just a case of when does the number 32 of Leif Søren Pedersen get through on Henrik Kambrink in the 147. It's going to be easier said than done. It's one thing to chase somebody. It's another thing to completely, chase them down and grab a hold of them. But 4th, not looking too racy. 5th backwards, however. That's a quartet of carts that I've never seen. So the timer is still counting down and there are still battles to be had, wars to be won here on the circuit here at Voyens Motorsport Arena for CKR 100cc European Grand Prix. Move has just been facilitated, and that was by the number 12, Kasper Jeppesen on the number 55 of Mogens Markvad Intanay. Still 2nd and 3rd, can't really be separated at the moment. Giovanni Netti trying to close in on Kim Stift Ibsen for that 2nd place, but it's harder than it looks, folks. These carts are completely brutal stopping machines. They can also help a young driver move up into the higher echelons of modern day motorsport. So the timer has eventually counted down to so final lap will be underway this time. We go on to lap 9. So this could be very, very close indeed as Giovanni Neri gets through. Mistake from Kim Stift-Epson heading into the top right-hand corner on the outside. But this time around, it is going to be very shortly one opportunity for one driver to receive the checkered flag, then follow that up with the rest of the field. So, Jimmy Fredslund-Ibsen takes the win ahead of Giovanni Neri. With Kim Stift-Ipsen rounding out the top 3. Paul Larsen, Henrik Kambrink, Alexander Pedersen round out the top 6. So there we go. That is the end of the pre-95 qualifying heats. So Jimmy Fredslund-Ipsen takes the win ahead of Giovanni Neri, Kim Stift-Ipsen, Paul Larsen, Henrik Kambrink, and Leif Søren Pedersen. Kim Engström, Mia Bach-Pedersen starting from the back end of the field, finishing 9th again. So good work by her. And there you see the rest of the results on your screens. Well, time for our penultimate show run of the weekend, and we'll be back just a few minutes to get underway with the final qualifying heat of the Classic Kart Race 100cc European Grand Prix. That's pre-2000 and pre-2000 plus Heat 3, Groups A and B.